talking about the Vikings here. The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's good. And it is gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Brendan, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
I don't even know what to say anymore. This game is so winnable. It just the amount of errors that this team has today, the amount of bats being called today, like there's one player on the team that's doing everything today, and it just seems like nobody else could produce. But what's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds post-game show. And just I don't even know what to say. They could have won this game today. It was a very winnable game, but it just seems like nobody wanted to play. And it seems like every time they play a day game, it seems like they almost always lose. They prefer to play at night. Like these 105 games just fuck them over. They just don't like playing. But yeah, Phillies lose today. I believe the final score was 5-2. We still took 5 out of 6 from the Padres this season. So, I mean, like, if we would have gotten 2 sweeps against them, that would have been great. But, I mean, you can't win them all. So it is what it is. I mean, we're still 49-25. We're the best in the NL. I believe the Dodgers are like 4 games behind us. So as long as we can win on Friday, we'll be the first 250 in the NL. So going into our first topic, this won't be a long show. Got a couple things to touch on and discuss. Ranger just, I don't know. Like, he didn't let up many runs today. It just seemed like he wasn't on his A game. It just seems like it took him longer to kind of get some outs, get some pitches. I believe he only went for about 80-something pitches today. I don't think he went that many pitches. He went 6 innings pitched, let up 6 hits, 1 run, only 1 earned run, let up 1 home run, which is kind of unlike him. 4 strikeouts for an ERA of 1.75. So, I mean, he's still a sub-2 ERA. Not terrible at all, and his regular season ERA is still 1.77. I still think he's on pace for Cy Young. I still think he's on pace to be a all-star starter. I don't think we have to worry about that. I think just, again, I don't think these guys like playing day games, and I also don't think that they're used to Marchand yet. I mean, I know he's only been here a couple games. I know that I believe it was Thompson said that Marchand was going to catch Ranger and Suarez, or Ranger and Christopher Sanchez, and I believe Stubbs is going to catch everybody else. So I think it's just them getting used to the new catchers. And I know that it sucks for Ranger today because his family was in attendance, so he lost in front of his wife and his kids, which has to fucking suck because they came all the way from Venezuela. So I feel bad for him there. Best pitcher on this team. He just couldn't get it done. And I don't even think it was really his fault. It was just the bats were cold. I was at the game last night and the bats were cold up until the 9th inning. When I believe Sanchez or Suarez for the Padres, I forget his name, but he came in last night and blew. So like, it just, I don't know. I think, honestly, they need JT back. JT knows how to command pitches. He knows how to frame the strike zone. The umpires tonight sucked ass for us in the beginning, too. There was a bunch of balls that were called strikes, so I don't know what the fuck's with that lately. It just seems like the umpires fuck us over because there were 3 at-bats. I believe it was Casti, it was Stott, and I can't think of who the third one was, but there were 3 times where we could have walked, but it was called strikeouts because the umpires just don't know what the fuck they're doing. So ABS system needs to come soon. But other than that, Ranger, dominant outing. Bats just couldn't get behind him, unfortunately. On the positive note, though, it seems like Bryce Harper knows how to do his fucking job. Only guy that could hit today, apparently. 2 hits at 4 at-bats, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. It seemed like he just put the team on his shoulder. It seems like he can kind of come up at these times where the team is down and get runs, but I just think his second home run was a little too late. I think if he got his second home run a little bit earlier in the game and Soto didn't blow the fucking lead and Marsh and Bohm didn't have errors, we would have won that game. Schwarber went 0 for 3, Stott went 1 for 4, Harper 2 for 4, Bohm 1 for 3, Casti 1 for 4, Marsh 0 for 4, Sosa 1 for 4, Dahl 0 for 3, and Marchand 0 for 3. So it seems like this bench magic is slowly starting to wear off. Seems like these guys that they're calling up from the bench are not producing like they once were. I know Dahl, when they first called him up, he was decent. He hit a home run, was getting singles and doubles, doing what we asked him to do. Marchand, I know, went 4 for 4 the other night. He just doesn't have it again. And then Schwarber, he only likes to hit the long ball. He draws walks. I'll give him that. He walked once today, but it just seems like I don't know. I know there's a whole community online where they're like, oh, Schwarber shouldn't be the leadoff guy. He should be, hitting cleanup, whatever. Again, I mean, if he's drawing walks, that's great. You just got to have the guys behind him to get him in. It just seems like they can't do that. I don't know why Stott was second today. I know that Turner had an off day today because they don't want to push his injury, especially with him being off for a month and a half. I personally don't think Stott should have been second, but it is what it is. I think, honestly, probably should have put Casti in second. I know he's kind of hit or miss, but the guy last night, had the walk-off. So we'll see what happens with that. It is what it is. But going into the next topic and looking here, Gregory fucking Soto, dude, absolutely blows. Absolutely blows. Dude is just not good. And I know Marsh and Bohm kind of had those errors, but looking at Gregory Soto's stats, it just seems like he absolutely fucking sucks. He's absolutely terrible. His stats suck. He went 0.2 innings pitched, let up 1 hit, had 1 strikeout, and his ERA is a 4.43. I think if Marsh would have caught that ball, and I know there's a bunch of people saying, oh, well, Rojas would have caught that. He probably would have, honestly. I think, honestly, if, first of all, Bohm didn't let that ball bounce underneath his glove, and then you had Marsh catch that ball, and didn't let up a triple, we probably maybe would have won that game. It's probably would have been 3-1 because you would have probably let at least 1 run score. But again, I mean, Gregory Soto, I'm just hoping they DFA the fucker because I just can't stand him. Every time he comes in to pitch, I'm like, all right, well, they're just giving up this game because they know they're not going to win. Gregory Soto he doesn't have it. Like I know people hate Sir Anthony, and Sir Anthony is kind of, was the same, but it seems like Sir Anthony can get the job done more than Soto. Sir Anthony hasn't let up a run since mid-May. He let up a run the other day, but again, it's only 1 run. So Gregory Soto's got to go, dude. Come trade deadline, bundle him in a package, see who wants him, get him off the team. Just like he always lets up runs. It's always Gregory Soto. And again, every time Gregory Soto comes in, as a fan, they're going to lose the game because Gregory Soto just can't get it done. He sucks. He's absolutely terrible. So I'm just hoping that, come tomorrow on their off day, there's a tweet saying Gregory Soto has been designated for assignment because he sucks. I can't stand him. Can't stand the guy. He can go back to wherever he came from. Absolutely sucks. But going into wrapping up the show, this is going to be a long show because it's just me. Next series, we're playing the Diamondbacks. We did lose to them last year in the playoffs, which I think the Phillies are going to come out with a vengeance Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Diamondbacks are under 500 right now. They're playing the Nationals currently. It's top of the third, still 0-0. Diamondbacks are 36 and 37. So they're not doing as well as they did last year. Again, I still think the Phillies are out for a vengeance. I think they're out for revenge, especially after how the playoffs ended last season, where the Diamondbacks planted a flag in our field. I just think that we hated that, and I think honestly they want their get back. We play the Diamondbacks Friday at 6:40, Saturday at 4:05, and Sunday is an early game. Sunday is 11:35, which is pretty interesting. So I'll be here. Somebody else will probably be here. We'll see what happens with that. So it is what it is. Jordan, you're lucky you didn't watch the game because honestly, it was a shit show. Bats were cold. Soto blew up again. Ranger was pretty dominant, but other than that, I mean, it is what it is. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. Phillies lose 5-2. Is what it is. Tomorrow's an off day, so no show tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday. And on that note, roll the outro.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here.